Good morning, everybody. I hope you're well and I hope you're having a good week so far. I'm glad tomorrow's Friday. So, for today's video, I'm going to show you an activity from our AEL section, Activities of Everyday Living. And today we are going to do some food preparation. We work with food in our activities of everyday living, but we have to be careful. Safety first. But before we touch any of the food, we need to make sure that our hands are clean. So I'm going to need you to go and wash your hands, please. So today for my first food preparation activity, I'm going to show you how to butter some bread. So I have my butter. I've melted it a little bit because it's easier to spread, especially in this cold weather. Then I have some bovril. I'm sure not all of you like bovril, but on some butter and a fresh piece of bread, it tastes quite nice. And then I have a butter knife. As you can see, it's not so sharp. Please be careful. And then in my plate, I have a fresh piece of bread. I'm just going to have one slice because bread is not that good for you, but with some butter and bovril, it tastes great. Just a little bit, enough for your bread. Hold your bread so it doesn't fall off the plate, and you can spread your butter all around the bread. If you need some more butter, you can always add. There we go. You can clean the knife on the bread too. Please be careful that the sharp side doesn't hurt you. And then we're going to put some bovril on. Make sure your knife is clean so that you don't put the butter in the bovril, otherwise it can go off. And then I don't think Mommy will be too happy. I just like a little bit. And you can spread it all around. If you want, you can cut your bread into pieces. Just support the bread with your one hand. There we go. How many pieces did I cut my bread into? Can you count? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can use any spread that you would like. You don't have to use butter if you don't want to. When your bread is finished, don't forget to pack away everything. Make sure the lid is on tight on any spread that you use. And you can put it back in the fridge. And then you can wash your plate and your knife. Just be careful. And then you can go and wash out your butter dish. I hope you enjoyed this bread activity. So for my next activity, this looks a bit different. I'm going to use tomatoes. So I've put a few tomatoes in this container. I have a sharper knife, as you can see. And then I have a bowl to put the tomatoes in. So sometimes Mommy will use tomatoes in her salad or when she's making food. So you can ask Mommy if you can help her cut the tomatoes. Please be careful with this knife. Before we start cutting the tomatoes, you need to wash them. I already washed my tomatoes before I put them in the bowl. So it just helps to take all the germs and the bugs off. Mommy will tell you how she wants her tomatoes cut. I'm going to cut them all in half. I'm not sure if all of you like tomatoes, but it tastes very, very nice in a salad, especially these small cherry tomatoes. Some tomatoes that you see in the shop are big. And I'm using a wooden chopping board so that I don't cut on a plate and so that all the juice from the tomatoes doesn't run everywhere. So I'm just keep pushing it to the side so it's out of the way. One more tomato to go. This one's a bit big, so you can cut it into even smaller pieces if you want. Push. Push. And push. There we go. I've cut all my tomatoes. Please be careful with the knife. Now we're going to put it into the bowl. So you can scrape the tomatoes off the board into the bowl, or you can just use your fingers. And you can even count the tomatoes while putting them into the bowl. Make sure your hands are clean. Always wash your hands before you're working with food. Oopsie. My tomatoes are ready to be put in a salad or to use for cooking. Don't forget to pack away when you're done. Don't wash the knife, rather let mommy or daddy help you, and then you can wipe your board clean. Thank you for working with me, everybody. I hope you enjoyed these two food preparation activities. The one with the spreading of butter on the bread, and then the one with cutting tomatoes for my salad. I'm sure you can help mommy and daddy around the house when they want to make food, but you need to be very careful. Some of the utensils that they use can hurt you and are very sharp. Remember, don't forget to wash your hands, to wash all the germs off your hands, and if it's a food that you can wash it to be safe. Ask mommy and daddy to help you, and always make sure with them first before you try and do this activity on your own. Be careful with all the sharp utensils, and I hope to see some of you doing these food preparation activities at home. It's very fun.